guys, it's Ellie. You can call me Allie, and today we'll be discussing the books I've DNF'd. Okay, so I feel like DNF is a semi-accurate word to describe what I'm talking about, in the sense that I did not finish these books this year, but also in a different sense, DNF has that like negative connotation, which makes it seem like I'm not planning on picking up these books, and that's just not true for a lot of these books. So today I feel like I should tell you what books I didn't finish, what books I plan on picking up, and why I didn't finish the books. So if that's your type of tea, if that's what you're interested in, get comfy and we will start this conversation off. Alright, so these are in most order of when I DNF'd them. Number 1, The Alchemist. I was reading this for a book club, didn't enjoy the book club, I didn't enjoy the people, so I stopped reading the book. 1916 Project. I first started reading this on audiobook, and then I got the physical book and I just never picked it back up. The 1619 Project is about it basically analyzes the racism that we know and kind of corrects some things in history. I do plan on finishing this. Men We Reaped. I read Jessamine Ward the first time for school and I liked her stories, but I didn't like that I had to read them for school. I started this book and it just reminded me of English class, so I put it back down. I will not be picking this back up. Another story about Black children growing up in predominantly white areas and things like that. I just felt like the story was also really repeated. I want to see stuff about Black excellence, not about, oh, well, Black children need this, this, and this, you know what I mean? Yes Sir by Rachel Kramer Bussell. Very kinky. I didn't enjoy it. I'm not picking this back up. 10 Days in a Madhouse. I don't know why I didn't finish this one. I think I just ran out of days on my loan. We'll be picking this back up. 10 Days in a Madhouse was about a journalist who goes into the madhouse in order to uncover some of the truths. There's a movie about it, but it kind of reminds me of American Horror Story, season 2. Kind of that vibe, if you know what I'm talking about. Enola Holmes kept reminding me of the movies so much, and it was really pissing me off, so I put it down. I'll pick this back up. Evergreen Chase. I didn't like the topic. I just bought it. I just went to the book because I was going on vacation. I wanted something to bring. Evergreen Chase is about like a murder mystery or something like that. Some Christmas trees go missing or something like that. In like this, it's basically Zootopia but in the winter. Somewhere Beyond the Sea. I didn't like the narrator, and I would rather read this book in a physical format of some sort. The narrator really did a good job at making the kids' voices extremely annoying. Like, just everybody's voices in general, like, just extremely annoying. I'll pick this back up in a different format. Somewhere Beyond the Sea is a sequel to The House on the Cerulean Sea. It's about, basically, they're trying to, like, adopt this one kid or something like that. I don't know. I didn't really finish reading it. I got, like, 3 chapters in before the voice of the guy annoyed me. And it annoyed me the first time in the first book, but then he just, I don't know, the second book just pissed me the fuck off, so I had to put it down. Very Nessie, wasn't interested. The Broken Girls, I don't think I was interested in that either. I don't even know what book that is. Oh my gosh, I don't know what The Broken Girls was about. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so sorry. Crimson Peak is about basically this girl falls in love with this guy in this manor called like Crimson Peak or something like that, and then we find out the secrets of the house, and basically there's ghosts there and stuff, and the soil's red from like all the blood or something. The movie was really good, and I actually do really want to read the book, but I don't like the fact that the book, I think, was written after the movie was out, so I just feel like if the book doesn't have the same things that the movies have, I'm gonna be upset. Not because like I think the movie's better than the book, but just because I feel like there better be a good reason for changing the book after the movies already came out. Like, I can understand movie adaptations because not everything works in physical viewing format, but when you're formatting it against, like, when you're taking that movie and putting it into a book, I feel like you have a lot more leeway to make things make sense and add more things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I just don't want it to be like a generic way to make money off of the you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. Astrophysics for Young People. I actually really like this book. I was reading it during, like, I would put the audiobook on my way to school when I was at school, and then I would fall asleep because school was so boring, and I would miss out on a whole bunch of stuff, and I wanted to take notes on the book, so I'm thinking I have to have the physical copy and the audiobook so that I can be reading and writing at the same time, you know? The Tattooist of Auschwitz. I watched the series, and it was just so different from the books, but like not in a bad way, it was just different, so I will be picking that back up. Lolita. I didn't finish it because it's just a really long book and I was annotating it, so I'm going to finish reading it hopefully next year. Yeah, I liked reading it on audiobook, but the person who was reading it pissed me off. Like they had like a really, like the way they were talking was just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I had to put that down, and I literally bought the annotated physical version on my Kindle Unlimited. So, I mean, not my Kindle Unlimited, on, yeah, Kindle. Delta of Venus. This was another erotica. There was, I don't know, I just felt like there was a point in the thing where it was like, this girl thought it was a girl and was like enjoying herself a little bit, but then when she found out a guy, she was like, oh, of course it's a guy. How could it ever be a girl making me feel that? I was just like, girl, shut the fuck up. I know this was written in like 1930 whatever, but shut up. I'm going to put that back down. The Hobbit, I wanted it in physical copy and I put it on my Christmas list, so I stopped reading it. Vile Bodies, I think this was another book club book that I didn't want to read because I didn't like the book club. I don't know. Probably keep it, you know. Orbital, I don't even know what that's about either. It's probably something astronomy related, obviously. It can stay there. I don't know. Doppelganger, I thought I was gonna like this based off of the blurb and what everybody was saying, but I just didn't enjoy it based off of the 3 pages that I read. Cat's Cafe, I wasn't really interested in it. It was just kind of boring. It felt like a video game to me. The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket, obviously. I realized I didn't like the Lemony Snicket books. I genuinely feel like if I was maybe a younger audience, I would like the book so much more, but because I'm an older audience, I don't like the repetition. I don't like the characters. Everything to me is just annoying to me, and I read the first book and it was an okay first book, but it's not me and I don't like it. Find Me, I don't know what that book is either. And Khan Academy, I just put it down and I never picked it back up. I'd be willing to pick it back up. Khan Academy is about this kid who's like a con and like gets into all these prestigious schools or whatnot. Genderqueer. Genderqueer, I actually quite liked the book. It really made me want to like write my own memoir. I just ran out of time on my loan, like, and then I never got the second, like, renewed the Always and Forever Laura Jean. Laura Jean pissed me off in the first 2 books, and I started reading the second book and she was on her fucking bullshit, so I put it down. I'll pick it back up again. I don't know, but Laura Jean needs to lock the fuck in and get it together, because there's like a perfectly good guy right there who likes you and is willing to do everything for you, but you want fucking Peter or Bill or James or whatever his name is. Like, get over yourself, you little asshole. Please. Get the fuck over yourself. Oh. Cher. I actually quite like that book. I think I just ran out of time on my loan. I'd pick it back up. It's a memoir about Cher's life. And a really interesting thing about it is that she, because of Cher's, I think it was dyslexia, she doesn't read the entire book. She starts the book off and then has one of her closest friends finish the chapters off, and it's a little jarring when you first read it, but after a while you get used to it. If You Had Been With Me, I don't know, the book wasn't really interesting. I'd be willing to pick it back up. I don't really know what it's about. I guess some guy got into a car accident or something like that. I don't know, nor do I really care. So thank you guys so much for watching. As a reminder, I post every Friday and sometimes every Monday. And there's just like, I have a whole bunch of ideas. I'm coming out with some commentary videos. No, I'm not. Why did I just say that? I'm coming out with some videos for journaling, videos for things like that. I'm actually really excited to push out more videos. I've got some commentary book videos, not commentary videos as in the YouTube videos, commentary book videos as in I'm gonna be explaining and recapping an entire plethora of books. Actually, it's only like 6 books I've planned for the year, but genuinely I'm having really fun annotating this one book, and I think you guys would too. So therefore, I'm extremely excited to be on this platform with you. And if that's your type of vibe, subscribe, like, do whatever you want, or you know, just come back here every once in a while if that's your thing. All right, well, thank you so much for sticking with me, and thank you so much for sticking with me in this video, and I'm so excited for you to have come across my page, and I wish you well on your journey. Bye.